of MRE Uno, Division 1.
The world champion, El Champion del Mundo, versus Captanis. Did my best Latvian impression for my man Captain. This is a hyped matchup. Two hammerhead sharks dueling it out. 4-on-4 in crime. For Yepez, it was a tough loss to JT, but he called it a fluke. It wasn't his best performance in March. He had a scare against Ed Ziemba, but he rallied back to get that 4-3 in a clutch Game 7. For Cap, it's been 6,000 months, it seems like, but it's literally been only 6 weeks. He had a tough loss to Ashley in 7, the off-server world champion. Unfortunately, couldn't play the legend Fitzwater due to some health issues. But he's back in action. The captain is back. The tournament where the finale is named after him, the 7 Seas. Can he sail to that 7 Seas finale? It starts today. It starts right now. It begins here at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Let's get it on. Schedule for today. You look at the schedule. This is our first big game of the day. It's going to be Yepez versus Captain in the Shark region. It's been absolute bloodbath region in terms of the brands. Let's see which big brand pulls through. And then the nightcap for Jesse Turner. Let's give it a round of applause slightly. He'll be making his 100th career start tonight against Stingray in Game 1, ironically. We look forward to seeing what JT can do after an incredible March performance. He's looking for to be the only guy. He could be the only guy at the moment. If he does make that Sweet 16, or as we like to call it, the round of 16, if he goes 7 for 7 as an OG, we look forward to seeing what he can do. And what will Stingray do? Another sea creature of the deep in the tuna region that's been chaotic. Can he pull the upset? We'll find out. Over to the pod now. You see it. It's Drip and Myth. What a battle. Epic classic those guys had. Myth being Myth. Drip being unconventional. Plan Drip worked, though, in 7. He's starting to turn to Mr. Supermax. It's back-to-back in 7 for the Drip drop into the semifinals, the 11 seed. And as I just mentioned, Yepez captain, 2 o'clock. What more would you want than these two warriors battling it out? We go into the scene. We will have both Yepez and captain on the scene. It's going to be Cody Lamas is my co-com day, as short as always. We'll add in some commentary when need be. Lamas will also be the ref. Let's go over to Short before we get to the players here. Short, this is probably the biggest matchup of the entire round in terms of the brands. If you want brand on brand, how about the world champion Yepez? Incredible job getting through Ziemba. Despite the 3-0 blow, he still had a clutch up in Game 7. And for Cap, this 6-week layoff, you just don't know what to expect. He was supposed to play the legend Fitz, but unfortunately Fitz had some health issues. We wish him the best. What are you expecting Cap to deliver because of that layoff, where he could spice up Yepez's game plan? How does Yepez stay composed? Knowing he's been through the ringer this season, it has not been the constant flow like it was in Super League or even T4 when he won. Lamas, I mean, we all know Yepez. He's one of those guys that will not back down from a challenge. We both know him as one of those guys, not just a challenge, but he can talk, he can run, but he knows how to back it up. Your thoughts on the legend Yepez, and with Ard winning last night too, it puts a little bit of a check on him to see if he can keep pace. Thoughts on how Yepez is going to handle that, and what does Captain Guy do? We saw him against G-Man, ironically, when I think it was back in the first stream you were here in the season. He took care of business, and we know he likes that low tide stuff here in the Tide 32.
Well, I mean, I think you said it perfectly. It's basically two hammerhead sharks who aren't ready to back down from anything, and they're gonna go at it, and it's gonna be good. I don't think there's really anything much more to say than that. It's just gonna be two hammerhead sharks beating each other up, and we'll see who comes out.
All right, man. This is going to be an interesting one for sure. Two hammerheads. We'll find it out. Let's go to Captain Cap. Obviously, welcome back, my friend. It's been 6 weeks. You're back in the program, back to business. Just your thoughts on coming back from a long break and how you stayed nimble and agile through that break, just in terms of the mindset. And what do you most respect about Yepez? Obviously, I know you're going to be battling pretty hard here, but a little bit of moment of respect. What do you respect about our world champion? As you did play the off-server world champion, Ashley, which was a completely different beast. But now you play our champion, Yepez. What you got there? For Yepez, my question to you is simply, my man, you're a guy of few words. A lot of questions about, are you just playing with the opponent? Are you just toying with them? What's your one word today that's going to make that media shut up right here? And how you're going to defeat Captain with that one word? Let me know right there, my friend. We like to keep it short for you because we know you're a master of answering questions the right way. You got that media training. And even if you don't admit it, I sure as heck know, as I can see everything on that for sure. Well, as always, Cody Lamas will take over the logs as they'll respond. It's a best of 7, one power play. Winner to the Sandy 16 for Yepez. This will be, I believe, fourth. He's looking for Cap, looking for that elusive first, and it's. I think it's fourth. Yeah, I think it is for Yepez. I could be wrong, but regardless, third or fourth, he's looking for a lot. He's been in this league since realistically T4 when he won. That was his moment when he took care of Sanford in the finale.
Ooh.
Oh, if Captain isn't careful, I'm always match fit. Yepez is a decent player. Decent
Ooh,
player.
wow.
All
Here we
right.
go, folks.
I like
Here we go.
Cody, Hammerhead Sharks. There's no better way to start this than getting to the world champ his call. Let's hand it off to Lamas for that call. Here we go.
All right, world champion hammerhead shark.
We
Welcome to the
apologize for that language. What are we doing?
Welcome to the Tide 32. What card number are you going to hammer down with your hammerhead shark to start us off?
Double OG.
Double OG.
He'll come back after the stream. This is going to be a good one. Yepez, a lot of talk about this man. You know, coming in, was that turtle loss a fluke? We'll find out. He's got to prove a point right here as we started up. Blue 2 action for Diego Yepez. Short, this isn't incredible right here. 2 hammerhead sharks. We cannot emphasize this is the only matchup truly where it's 4-on-4 in crime. I mean, which ego could win out? You never know. Who's going to drop their ego and adapt to the other style? There's a lot of ways to slice it, for sure.
It's gonna be a heavyweight battle. I mean, like, this has got to be the most heavyweight battle you'll get in a round of 32. No doubt about it. I mean, like, tell me a game. Maybe Arden Peter last night, but like,
Ooh.
tell me Yepez not having any ice cold, but like, tell me where there's another big game like this in this round in this tournament. I don't think you could point one out.
It'd have to be Caesar H. You're looking at that
Caesar
one. You have
H,
to.
yeah.
That's because of the Brazilian. I'm not going to say it on stream. Versus as Captain's a Quint play there, versus the Conquistador of Spain in age. But in terms of you want pedigree, you're talking about Captain, one of the UUL's best, versus Yepez, our world champion. There's nothing more to say. As he draws early, Cody, we saw this against NZM. This is picking up where he left off. Trying this interesting strategy that this Cap continues the Quint plays. Could be some mind games. He's trying to get this into a situation where he can isolate Cap on a color as Yepez just drawing back at will here.
I like it. It's still early. It's a good plan, especially if you don't have anything that can link really well right now.
Jailbreak move from Cap, so looking to put himself in, put Yepez back on the turn, and he is going to drop that one.
He's finally off the board now. He finally gets a card. Cap just running this pace. One up this time. Pace management, we're not really going to talk about that much from Captain. He's one of those guys that likes to fire in when he needs to. Yepez, though, top of the heap, sure, on pace management. He's one of the best at slowing it down, speeding it up, slowing it back down, reeling it in. He's one of the best at it, for sure.
Yeah, and he's going to slow it down right now. He's not even typing. Oh, there's a draw. He was ready for that. So he only had the one yellow, KT, and Cap is going to play that one. He's going to keep rolling with the yellow. And
He
Yepez,
plays off of Yepez. Interesting, because Yepez played the yellow one.
And he doesn't have much to do here. Clearly, the two colors that we've seen, the two colors that he doesn't like so far. And
Table
Yepez
check,
checks
okay.
the table. Big lead for Cap.
And he's still just content, just playing it back, not rushing the system, Cody. You liked it. I kind of like it too, believe it or not. It's early. It's game one. Feel it out. Cap has been on a 6-week layoff.
Maybe he's just bored and he wants to make a comeback or something.
A little bored. Is our champ bored? That'd be something. All right. Well, there's the champ back at 16, still miles away. He's way out there in the ocean horizon while Cap is starting to get closer to those low tides and the sandbars, maybe, Cody. He's starting to work his way to the sandbars. Keep the ocean reference. 2 hammerhead sharks coming at this. Right now, they're just kind of separate right now. Nothing crescendoing. Pretty simple. Cap for the triple. First ammo cards of the game and of the
Double
series.
Yellow reverse. Oh,
Quad
reverse
into the quint.
For the quint. Into red.
So you got a 6-bagger? No, just a quint.
Drops
Good
it
move.
down. 5-bagger. And that's the
Cap.
stuff Cap can be really good at, pulling that ammo out. The question is, it's just a matter of if he uses too much at once. But he is down to 3, so definitely not a bad idea, especially if you're not throwing any cards at him.
Captain is one of those players that, like I say, he likes to get a little pace differential, Cody, but you got to notice here, 0 cards given to Yepez. That's the difference. When you do something like that and you give him 0, it makes Yepez stop and think. And that's not think, stops and think, what happened just there? That's what you want to do, rattle Yepez's cage a little bit. He's known for that. The question is, was all that drawing? No, just plays it cool. We'll test.
Reverse monkey combo.
No +4, no plus. He's playing this one pretty ice cold here. Interesting.
I think he's daring Cap to try and go for it here.
Does Cap bite on that? A little blood in the water. Cap can smell it. You know it.
Blood red.
Let's see this Cap bite on. For the triple play to finish, or is it just going to be a single out?
I think it's going to be a single. Oh, no, it's going to
Triple
be at
play
least a
to
double.
finish?
Is it? I don't know. He
Cap
just
for
used
the
double
1-0.
yellow reversed. Does he? That would be crazy if he had more of that.
He's got it.
Oh my goodness!
Cap,
A
the monster hit.
wild. Triple wild. I don't think there's much you can say if you're Yepez there, man.
Yepez, I think it's clear as day. I now know why you drew. You were just looking for some type of anything of ammo, unless I can't speak for you. But was that a case of you just literally had nothing and had to bite the bullet there in game 1 of the 14? It's one of those situations you just can't do much. You're just sitting duck. Talk to me through it. Cap, once again, man, you did a great job just running those numbers, really letting the switches go as they come. In fact, you did such a great job. I'm looking back at this game. You really weren't on the red and green. You basically isolated Yepez from the red and green. Talk to me how you suffocated him with that quint move and just rolled the finish to the end. Great job on ammo control. You did finish the Rainbow +2 as well, +4 season. But yeah, right there, Cody, I don't have much to add. That's just textbook Captain right there. Just kind of ran it down and took care of business. Yeah, Cap, you can just type your answer in the chat as always. Feel free, you guys, as always. Cody, textbook from Captain right there. I had a feeling.
Yikes.
I had a feeling.
Yep.
You wouldn't have fished like that if you didn't have anything. There's nothing you can do.
It definitely seemed that way. You could feel it because he just didn't have much of an answer for anything.
Jesus.
God, that's ridiculous. So those wilds are what he finished on. That's a pretty damn good hand, I gotta say.
Yeah, Cap, the Uno gods are blessing you right now. let me see here. Let me do I'm going to get this absolutely wrong, but Vianretti's, I think he's the unicorn right there. I got that absolutely wrong. But you know what? That was unicorn-esque move right there from Cap. The bot just gave him the run. He just flew. He flew on the ocean. He was I guess he was water. He was waking, Cody. He was waking in that ocean for sure. Good job to him. Sure, I got nothing to add. That's just ridiculous from Cap. Nasty finish. I think we're going to find out. Yepez is a guy, though. If it doesn't work, he still likes to stick with the upper tier. I don't expect him to change that mindset. He's known not to do that for sure.
No way. He's not gonna waver from this. Yeah, decent hand. That's that's a decent hand.
Incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. Yepez is gonna stick. I think Yepez is gonna stick to what he's playing with. I mean, it's game one. I mean, that's a luck hand completely. Really, like that's like you can't really say much about it if you're Yepez. I think you just got to go back, try it again, and see what happens because you're not always going to find luck like that in Tapir's.
We apologize for the language on stream once again. All good. We're all good. We're all good. We're all good. But let's get to game two. Cody, please do the honors for Yepez. Short. Take care of business on the call of the game.
All right, Yepez. Anything's available, you know the deal. How many?
He's gonna go
OG
send.
One
OG
down.
send. This is the cat. Yep, Tapir. I don't know if you're watching stream, but I totally agree. That this is the cap I know from UUL for sure. Definitely finding those big runs, but obviously a lot of luck came into that hand. We start with a blue 1 on this OG send game 2, and Yepez will take his time to assess his hand here, hoping that he found a better hand to work with here, because that was a very imbalanced draw in game 1, and a quick light switch again to yellow off the blue 1 for Yepez.
Got my friend Drip tuned in. He said, "What a hand from the cap." I mean, that's it. I texted him back. Unicorn hand right there, straight unicorn. That's how Captain is, man. He's the captain of Latvia. He's the unicorn. I call him for a reason. He's one of those guys that you don't want to poke at him. You give him the right hand, he can wrap around you pretty quick. Now, Yepez with the light switch early. This could mean two things, Cody. One, he saw what happens. We kind of start the same game. Yellow 1s and 2s, running back and forth from game 1. He's thinking, you know what? I can't just do that. Can't just draw back. It works sometimes, but you can't always do that because it gets too predictable. I think Yepez is going to step on the throttle here. He knows it too, as we're up 1-0 early for Cap.
Yep, completely agree.
This is an interesting start for Yepez. You know, he has been accustomed, though, as we go into the green and shore, of comebacks. Nothing to him. He's done comebacks before. He's taken to game 7s before. But there's the one kicker. Right, there's just the one kicker, though. This is Captain. We all know Cap, when he gets to his homestand, the low tides are coming in. All those crabs and sea creatures, once those low tides come in, are going out to shore. The high tides are still here. They come into shore. But once he starts cooking, they're going out to shore. You're going to have to be careful. We'll see how it goes.
I believe I called him captain of the low numbers last tournament.
Yeah, on G-Man. That was right. Captain of the low numbers.
There you go.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Captain of the low tides.
The tide's going to go out to sea a little bit when Cap gets the arrow, unless he makes a big change in his strategy. But on the 0 sugar for green from Cap as well. But yeah, you might see those low tides, but that doesn't mean Yepez can't bring a big wave back to bring those high tides back. Because when the tides go out, when the tides go out way out there, it could signal a big wave coming. So definitely going to be interesting as we go along here. Yepez runs out of the green. Cap is going to keep running with it.
This is really good. Shirt, because look, that's green 7. Cap had already, but he's trying to isolate these numbers really well. Yepez has to start thinking here, how much can I afford to do this? Because it works fine, but at a certain point, it's going to crescendo. This is a good work. If you're Yepez here, now you've got something to work with, possibly.
There's a jailbreak move for the red.
Cap doing a really good job, though, once again, just understanding the assignment, vibing and switching. He's got a nice double up on him now.
Doubled up. He's doubled him up.
Yep. Doubled up, and who knows with Cap? Sure, he could easily have a 4-bagger to get the dose, and we would not be shocked. He's one of those guys.
You're going to keep it cool, though, on the red. down to 5.
This is a big implication for the fans at home. Like I said, if Yepez loses this game, it would set up a KT versus Art showdown potentially. If I can take care of Zach for Legends
The
class,
series,
who would have
yeah.
who would have had that? I don't think anyone would have had John Art in the Legends class battle. But he's done a good job taking care of Peter.
Yep.
We talked about that match last night.
Yeah, he went up 3-0 and used a power. Then Peter won 2 in a row, was looking like he had all the momentum, and then Ard power played him down in game 6 and
Hold
put
the
him
phone.
down. And now here comes Yepez with
Good move.
2 skips into the blue, and
I
he's going to go
don't-
with the reverse. He's got a big run here.
Don't mind that from Yepez. Remember the blue one when he switched off him? Maybe he just found a lock and key. Maybe a +2 just to kind of give Cap a little bit of a scare. Who knows? Yeah,
Yep,
perfectly
there's that
timed.
+2. KT Stradamus.
I believe that's his first lead of the game.
Kev Stradamus, yes, sir.
I
Into
believe
the
it
blue
is.
6. And that is
No, it might be tied.
I
Might be
think
tied.
that's close to tied, if not the lead. Oh, yep,
There you
no,
go.
1 card lead, but Cap
will
can
be
tie
tied.
it with a card here.
Cap looking for the tie, and a good job from, I think, Yepez to isolate that blue off the start and use it effectively. Now he's starting to cook. Yepez looking for... No. Captain,
Oh,
though,
wow.
with 2 extra freshies. He can erase the +2 right here. Can he erase it? Cap looking for the whitewash right here on these high tides. He does, and this is what we talked about. Triple
play.
lightning
play.
quick.
Back
Lightning
to the,
quick.
Back in front is Cap.
Yepez now on the ropes again, Cody. You can see it. Captain is giving everything this man can handle right now. He's doing a great job effectively timing the ammo and controlling it. We've seen this one before. It's more than anything. It's a Captain classic. Yepez, though, not going to be phased by this man. Triple play does not scare Diego Yepez. He's one of the best out here of understanding and sniffing when the runs are supposed to be and when they're not supposed to be. Understands the bluffs and the calls when he needs to. He does a little quick classic 1-2 check right there. 1-2.
1-2 punch.
Yep. Looking really good there for Yepez to get this back into a more suitable game. That ties it up.
Cap assessing
back and forth.
his options here.
Cap does have a lot. The more freshies he gets, you never know with Cap. He can assess it great, and he's a great player in assessing data. And just like that, I'm looking for a double, triple, quad. Does he have the finish? Captain of the 7 Seas? No, just 1 no. To check.
6 freshies.
Unless for every move.
Unless Yepez is bad on luck again, I think he's going to have a response here pretty quickly.
You give Yepez 6 freshies and double-digit cards, basically.
Yeah,
you're in good shape if you're Yepez.
He's out for blood. It's coming. On the red.
Right now. It is on the red. Right. Yepez assessing now.
There, he's loading up. And he's going to make a switch to blue. Was Cap done?
That's
it!
it!
The wild flex!
Oh.
He does it again! 2-0.
That's textbook Sanford KT at the textbook finish of the Wild right there. Cap, once again, supreme ammo control. Supreme. Every single time Yepez has thrown something, you've had an answer. Tell me how you've been able to study his rhythm through this match as he's continually trying to draw back and isolate you on a color and how you're vibing and jiving. Yepez, what's got to change here, man? Because it seems like you can't really say card luck there because you had the 2+2. I thought you did a phenomenal job to isolate him. It just seemed to be like you were getting caught out towards the end where it got the 5-6 cards and Cap was able to just run it clean. Thoughts on that and how you got to possibly change the plan on the road stand now? Looking to get this back into a 2-2.
Caesar saying in chat, I knew Cap was saving an ammo card to finish it. Once you learn how someone plays their game, you just know it.
Cap, once again, those beamy eyes, man. He can study those tape pretty good, and he's an instinct player, short. And you've seen this guy from UL and whatnot. Talk to me about, is this vintage Cap, or is this just Cap always had this, and he's really been able to showcase his talent thanks to varied card starts right here? What is it? What do you think?
Yeah, that is a good point, Cap. He hasn't had to draw yet.
Wow.
He hasn't drawn once yet.
Right,
So
right, right.
he's found his way. I mean, he did get some cards thrown at him by Yepez in that game, just a couple. But yeah, that this is definitely Cap's been this way, and I think with the varied card starts, he has more options to make the plays he likes to make, and that's why he's succeeding here so far.
Let's go over to Yepez. He's typing out Cody. So far, this has been literal captain right now. He's on that deck. No bad card. Captain's doing a great save. Yeah, no, I mean, you can't even say it because you had the +2s. You did a great job on the blue isolation tactic, which I saw coming. I thought that was great. It's just Cap's done a great job so far of
Flex.
really understanding the rhythm of the game and understand the high tides. Let's put it that way, Cody. Cody, what do you think Yepez has to change? Now he's going to be on the road here, and we know Cap loves the low stuff. How does he adapt? Do you think he can afford to do that drawback because it's lower, or do you think he needs to play more aggressive if he given the cards? Because you know Cap can strike. He has every answer. When Yepez is struck, every answer has been thrown back. Your thoughts, Cody?
I mean, I think we saw this in Mine in the Vapor game. We couldn't do anything on the high numbers. Sometimes you just need a little luck to get it going there. And if it comes down to going aggressive on these low card starts, if you can, I think you got to do it, because especially in the position you're in right now, maybe it'll turn the tide.
We'll find out. You know, one thing I'm going to say right now. What we got? I didn't have green, so that was a forced one. No, okay, that's fair. So that's a good job from Cap isolating the green. That's in a way he isolated to the end. That's it's classic Cap. Sometimes he is good at isolation tactics. All right, well, Lamas, please take it over. I will take the game 3 call. It's Cap's turn. Let's see what he wants to do.
All right, the seas are rolling out towards you, Captain. What number would you like for your start?
Sure, we're thinking low. Yeah, that's it.
Yes, yep. We saw that.
6 cards, low stuff.
It's not a bad choice.
What's that, Cody?
Said I'm seeing shells now. The water is going out.
Ooh, there's the 6.
Yeah.
There's the 6. All the sea creatures are now receding back towards the horizons of the ocean. But there's an old saying with low tide. Sometimes there are some stragglers, and let's see if Yepez catches a couple stragglers. Let's see. Cap already, not wasting time. He's going right into it. Ice cold, deep sea blue ocean waters. He's feeling it right now, Cody. You can see it. Still yet to draw through 2.1 games of his series and a power play after this turn if anyone wants it. This rune joins in. We're light switching. This is a la Yepez. This is a la Yepez. He loves the light switch. The captain of the light switching, as I like to call him. But Cap can roll with this one. Short, this is going to get quick. Going to get quick.
Yeah, it is going to get quick here, yeah. Less cards to assess. Less moves to make. Pez sticks with the yellow. Cap is going to go for the yellow as well to the top floor with that 9. And it's anybody's game here. They're both going back and forth with this. Nobody's stood back yet. Back to red for Yepez.
Isolation off the top. Is that clutch? Is Captain finally going to draw? We're going to find out, Cody. Here we go. He does it! Oh, Captain's throwing every answer. He's got it.
He's just found Yepez. It's a classic.
Wait a minute. Is Captain? Does he pull the double to finish for the 3-0? Or is a power play coming?
Oh,
no way.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's feeling snug. Okay. All right. You had me in the first half, not going to lie.
In the first half. And we're going to Draw City.
And there it is, Cap's first draw of the series. What a... Thanks, Cap.
Listening.
Appreciate you. Hey, look. That's fair. That's all fair. I've snipped out so many things. Pulling one back at me. That's fair game. Oh, top deck. Okay, well that's an isolation tactic on the 2, Cody.
That's ridiculous, man.
Nah, I mean it's good. It's all fair in Love and Wars, and Cap knows that too. But we're back to the game.
Deck ditto.
Yepez not going to bite. That's a smart move. Not going to bite on that one. Good move.
Back to draw city they go.
Now, let's see what Yepez and Cap can do, how far they stay. You know, Cap is a guy that's just not going to run out of it. He's content, but sometimes when he feels like there's a possible blood in the water moment, he will if he needs it. We'll find out if that's going to be shortly.
Oh, hello.
Perfect timing.
Here comes.
That's triple, maybe
I'm
quad.
sure he was looking for that red +2 to chain it up,
Triple.
and that's a triple into check. I wouldn't be surprised if Yepez has a move here. He's been drawing 2.
No power play on the board for Reader right now. I don't think Yepez even was going to think about isolating a +2.
Oh, boy.
Cap with a little smirk, Cody. He's feeling it. Interesting. Cap really.
Oh, boy. Never mind. I'll wait.
I don't know. Maybe he's smirking at me. What's going on over there? Let's see what Yepez can do. Yepez really in a tough spot. I mean, this is the first time all season we've seen Yepez in this spot. I can't think of a time where he's been in the Yepez. The Emblem match was different. He was up 3-0. This is the first time we see him down 2-0. Like this. Let's see. Yepez really thinking this one through. I mean, there's the +4. It's smart. You gotta do it. You can't take it with you. Give Cap 4 freshies and let's reassess. Short. Good move. Great way to get back in the game.
Yep. That's the move he wished he had last game. But he didn't have it last game. Now he has it this time. So
Cap
they're both
back
into
to the
that
top.
draw city.
Top shelf for Cap. Yep. I guess you would say top deck of the boat.
Yep, he's down to 4.
Yepez looking for something here. Much appreciated. Thank you, Bruno, for that. We'll get into that if we need it for a game 7. Now, let's look at what Yepez could do here to short. You know, he goes to blue. Obviously, blue had been used off the start, sort of. Cap just went into blue 6, and then we hadn't seen it since. As we go into blue 0. Let's see what happens here, though. What? 3-11. Full mind game. You know, Cap is one of these guys that, man, he is
That took 5 minutes to hit a table check. That's going to be the longest one yet this series.
Yeah, it is. He's got, like I said, a lot of sharks here. They're not ones to check the table. They're more. They sense stuff. That's kind of how these two players.
They've checked plenty this series, though.
Yeah. Sometimes you need a little break from it, right? It's a resource. It's not always going to be a spam tool. It's a resource. Your table checks. Yepez back to 10. Cap looking for dose. He's done a good job, like I said, of really understanding the rhythm, understanding the flow of the game, and using ammo when needed. Does he have another trick up the sleeve? He does into the green. We'll see we on the action 4 there, Cody. We'll see we left behind.
Wonder if that was his finish earlier.
Could have been. Back to isolation. Beautiful.
Good.
Slams the door in Cap's face.
Great isolation. Cap, nothing but the draw.
Good move, draws on that. Goodness.
Is this a classic coming from Yepez? We've seen it. We've seen it time and time. It's a classic move. It is. To pull him out. No brainer on that one. Absolute classic. Yepez content. Cap, let's see if he's content as well. Top deck has been a talking point of this entire tournament. We see it. That's not content, Cody. I don't think that's content. That ain't content.
He wants to get it done, man.
Cap is not wasting time. Oh, Ellison strat there, ironically. That's something we see James do, and Cap is, evolving it right here. Good
James
double
got
play
swept
for
last night.
Well, against Brian. I think Brian, more the Brian series, he did a good job doing that.
Yeah.
Shout out to, if you know, you know. Yeah. But, oh my goodness, Captain!
Oh no.
Yepez draws next turn. That's game. Cap is up 3-0 here as long as he can get this in correctly on the Uno call. He does. Yepez draws 3-0. Captain. Oh boy, oh boy. And it's all Cap. The low tides have literally come ashore. Cody, all those seashells, they're looking fine as gold right now. You could probably sell them right now.
That wave has crashed on Yepez's face there.
Yepez, let's start with you. This is the craziest thing I think we have ever seen. Your first round series, you were up 3-0, and now you have a chance to pull up the 3-4 or the 4-3 comeback down 3-0. What a tournament! What a weird one. What do you got to change, if anything? I don't. You did everything right. Isolation tactics. I mean, you even had the +4. He didn't even get one +4. Cap. I don't. I think this is just a balanced game where Cap is just understanding ammo control to defiance. Cap, once again, I had nothing but respect for you on these low cards. What's ticking right now? Are you just saying you're sensing Yepez is a little bit more wounded? Is he a hammerhead shark with a little bit of a couple bullets in the old hammer, and he can't finish? Or are you just sensing he's just playing a little too hesitant, and that's an apprehension that you need to take it down when you make those confident moves for sure? A comeback is easier than the ones the Emba did. I at least have a power play, so I need to see what Zima and Drip did to get this one. Okay, I think that's fair, Short. The only thing Yepez does have is the power play, and you know one thing he does have. If he gets back in and gets this game, he's going back to be high card start. We're going to get those high tides. That's the one thing he needs. He needs to clutch up right here and get back into a high tide rhythm.
Yeah, he's got to win here if he wants to go back to his style of high card start. Otherwise, it's lights out on the legend Yepez. That one more out of that legend class, which is looking pretty competitive regardless. And folks, yeah, that's about all I could have expected.
Captain on that cruise mode right now, but right now he's locked and he's on that laser mode with those beamy eyes. He's lasering in Cody on a potential sweep. What a statement that could be from the captain. We saw it last night from Tapir, and if Captain pulls this one off, this could be something. What's your thoughts on what Captain's doing right? We know Cap won't admit it, but what are you seeing from a third player perspective here? Do you think it's just like I was saying earlier, Cap is understanding ammo control, or do you think Yepez is playing a little bit too much isolation, and that's where Captain can be aggressive on those +2s because of those isolation tactics? Talk me through it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Captain's just playing it right, and he's just doing the hits when he needs to, and he has some in the bank too when he does those hits. So you see it a lot these days. You know, if you're gonna make these moves mid-game, you would better have something to back it up in the end. And if you keep your cards right, that's perfect. He's been doing that. Yep is maybe a little timid on his, plays there but at the end of the day, I think he's doing fine. And it's just one of them games. Gotta do it. All it takes is one. One lucky draw.
One lucky draw, Short. Well, I'm gonna say this right now. Okay, and that was the last card, blue 4. That's good
So
to know.
That was a good move, really good move by Yepez to switch it off.
Here's what I'm going to say about this right now. Before we get into the game call, Yepez has been in these situations before. He's been down 3-0, I think, one time, I think, in his career. Or it might have been 3-0 or 3-1. He's been down, and we're not going to say the guy's name, but he knows where it was at. So it was last May, about 11 months ago. Let's see if he's got some magic. This would be similar to a la Drip, what we saw against Seth, but the only difference was Seth had a power play. Cap does not. Cody, do the honors. I got to take this game call short. This is a big one. This could be history right here for Cap and sweeping the world champ out of here. That'd be something.
All right. For all maybe the marbles, Captain. How many?
Low tide. Low tide. No send. No send. Low tide.
KT, the tide has gone out offshore. All the shells are exposed and a wave is coming. Who's it going to be for? We're about to find out.
If Cap pulls this off, what a style and what a matchup we could pretend. We could have Drip. It could basically be the same type of matchup. Drip on the high tides and Cap on the low. It's going to be something. Let's see, though. Long way to go. Yepez is not going to take this one out without a fight. Okay. Red 6. Ironically, it wasn't a 6 the last game he started was a 6 too. He pulls into that 6 combo. He likes it.
Oh, hello.
I don't even mind the play code. You gotta try something different. I think that's a great play.
Yep.
Your
momentum needs to shift.
You're floundering.
Was that? You gotta try something different, and Yepez senses it. You cannot just my every time.
4 back to him. He pays.
Oh
at the
man,
same time,
Cap
he could be getting new ammo. Slap in the face,
is
indeed.
a true slap in the face. Captain once again is not messing around. Every single time Yepez throws something out, the answer is back. Anything you can do, I'm going to do as well, my friend, and slap
gonna
you in the
do it
face
better.
twice as harder. Yeah,
Do it better. Anything you can do, I can do better. Twice as
that's
better.
it, man. Twice
It
as
was
better.
literally
Slap in the
twice as
face.
better.
Let's see if Yepez has something cooked. Great job to go back to that red. I think that's a good move. The problem is, does Cap have a wild, which that's the thing. He's been getting that all series. He can just run it. Oh, oh boy.
Did
That
Yepez have it? Yepez is in a tough spot now.
Pez cannot. He can't fire any answers, Cody. He just can't get the little bit of that spark. He can't get the flint burning and getting the fire up into the atmosphere. He can't do it right now. Cap's got to answer.
I got a feeling about this one.
You think it's going to be dancing?
I got a feeling. I got a
Are we
real feeling
dancing
here,
into the
Cap.
sands of the 16th? Oh, no. Got me.
I love that. He's full. That he's listening to us, JT. He's toying with us up here in the booth, man.
That's great. Now, look, at the end of the day, there are times where I can make calls. This is interesting, though. New color. Well, there's no toying around on that one. That's fresh color.
Can he do something with it? And
Yes, he can.
Back down to 3.
Cody, you can sense Yepez is on desperation, on desperado at this point. What is? Oh boy.
It's. I mean,
Cap
this
for
low
dose.
card start down to 2. The suspense is building here. The wave is on its way. Who's it going to crash down on?
Cap already loading up too. Man, he's sensing it. He's sensing it.
The wave is heading for Yepez, but can he do anything to stop it?
What will it be for
That
Diego
ice
Yepez?
cold blue wave off the ocean after the low tide start.
Well, it does get cold in Latvia, Cody, so Cap is loving it right now. You loving it. We'll see if Cap can finish it off. Yepez, I don't even know what you possibly could do here, Cody. The only thing I could think of would you try to go for a red 5 if you don't got any ammo. And it's risky because what if Cap played this perfectly on number efficiency? He hasn't done that much this series, but the times he needed to, he did in game 1. Just enough. Or not game 1, game 2, excuse me.
Game 2, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yepez has to just think stop here. Think stop. Take your time, right? You got time.
Full stop for Yepez. Full stop.
It's got to be a clean-cut move from the world champ on his last breath, potentially. Who would have thought that coming in? World champ, trying everything. No, he ain't getting timeout. But let's see what he can do here. You can definitely tell he's just thinking. That's how it is. That's how it is in this league. You can take as much time as you want on a move like this. This is a perfect move. Take your time. There's no rush. Relax. Right. This is a positive moment for him to say, you know what? Let's change the pace up. Pace management's a big thing, and I think Short can understand that too. These are the moments that really make or break a series, and he knows it. Ask Caesar. Look at Caesar type. He doesn't do that power play on retro. There's the power play. No matter what, Cap can't finish the game.
His back's against the wall.
Cap draws. We're fresh out, though. Fresh out. We're fresh out of an old shark right now.
The gloves are off in game 4.
Into the green 5. That's a smart move. You got to do something. I think doing that is not a bad decision.
Cap's going to keep going. 1 down.
Extra card for Cap.
Still in position.
Still in great spot. Yepez trying. Green 4. Does Cap get this back? To get the Uno right here. No, great power play. I think, Cody. I think that needed to happen. As much as I don't normally agree something like when you're down 3, you got to try. I think that's a good move. Now the 5, that's not going to really affect Yepez, barring Cap has number efficiency. I think he's content. Does Cap have it though? No, that was going to say a very low chance. Now it's a little bit of a faster pace on the drawback. This is where Yepez plays quick. The drawbacks, the cities, he likes it. Cap content, comfortable to draw back as well. Yepez looking for a little blood. Instead, he gets a little bit of a wink action. Cap looking to no blood. Still keeps it cool. No blinking, no winking. Just back to neutral. But does Yepez blink? No. Still back to draw city they go.
Hasn't broken that stare.
No, literally hasn't. He's been staring at us the entire series, and the entire league, and the entire tournament, and the entire lifetime. That profile picture. But anyway, we go into the.
Oh, okay, okay.
We did. Oh, that's interesting. That's me staring because I got those brown eyes. Okay, this is a classic Cap move. This is a classic Cap move right here. Reverse into a draw.
Does Yepez bait?
That's the thing. It's a bait boy.
On the bait. Does he bite? Does the shark bite?
Does he smell? He sets a little bit of a couple minnows out there. Does he bait on those minnows?
Cap dropped the bait off the side of the ship, and he's gonna bite into yellow. And
good table check.
Good table check. They're both at OG. Cap for the lead.
How about that 777s too? 7 minutes, 777s. Pull the slots. All right, the 04.
He's in the lead now.
Cap doing a good job. Like I said, understanding Cody's been done. This is usually the moment where Cap started to run with these ammo control plays. 4 to 5 cards, and we're about to hit that mark right here if he plays. He does.
Always lurking.
That's right, always lurking. And without power play for either player, this is an interesting point in the series for sure. Pet's trying to do something right here. All the momentum was shifted in the Cap. That power play has changed it back into Yepez's momentum slightly. He needs something quick here. He needs to get a little spark here on the old Flint. Nothing there, just cool and collected. This is where Cap started to run last series, or last game. He goes to the blue. Isolation from Uno earlier with the blue 5, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It was. That's where the power play move was.
8.
Good move. Great move from Yepez. Cap looking to roll again, though. He does. He does roll. Cap now with the lead. Yepez ties. Cap for dose. He's looking right now. Nothing. Yepez in good spot now. I think that blue isolation was a really clutch move. I think that was the move he needed short. I have a feeling that might have been the move he needed. Yep, that was it. Yepez looking for potentially the finish right here to get back on the board. Does he have it? Yepez got it. That's it. Check. Checkmate. We're going back to Yepez's homestand. Welcome to Game 5, where you know the Tides are going to be pretty brisk coming in. Big win for Yepez. And Yepez, I have to say, that power play may have saved you because if you don't use that, I don't think the momentum changes in your favor. Talk to me about what the clean cut efficiency was to get that power play in and make sure you isolate one game. Cap, are you content knowing that, hey, I might have had a finish? I don't know. Blue 5, did you have a finishing move, or do you think that was a well-timed power? Or did you flush one? Was it just the case he had 2 different colors on that Uno? And you're content flushing it and making this a square-up game? Let me know. Let me know, Cap. But short, one of those instances where I think Cap is comfortable with that. And at the end of the day, it's a clean-cut game now, right? I don't want to comment on that. I thought he had a wild +4. It was a mistake. But yeah, I don't know if it was a mistake.
I don't think it was a mistake. You put him in. You put him out. You threw him out. You threw off his momentum, and I don't think that was a bad power play. I mean, yeah, I don't think it was a bad one. Anyway,
no chance. No chance. It was a bad power play. And I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, not a bad. And I mean, it was bad. I think in the moment it's not bad, but yeah, maybe because of that you could say so. But I think in the moment, like when you don't know, hindsight, yeah, exactly. It's all about hindsight on that power play. for sure.
Regardless, I think he needs some momentum line. We talk about the fire starter theory, right? If you don't got if you don't get enough spark on the old Flint, it's never going to go anywhere. Now he's got some Yepez, and we know he likes that high stuff. He's got a pretty open board. Do you think he has to understand, though, playing those games with the draw, it doesn't work. It can sense it out. How does he attack knowing he's got the win and now has a chance to bring this back into a 3-2 and make it a series? And what do you do if you're Cap? Do you stay composed? Do you stay disciplined? Do you try some more bait? Or do you think Cap's just going to adapt and dive into the waters of the unknown, knowing he seems to be okay with any card start, regardless? Just kind of let the opponent make mistakes and go from there. Thoughts on that?
I think he's doing fine, like you said. Just gotta keep doing what he's doing, and I think Yepez has just gotta, if he's got the ammo where he can just fire away mid game or early, and then have some for the end. Hopefully, he gets that, and then we can probably have this a series again if that happens.
We'll find out. We're going to find out real short because it's going to go back to Yepez. Captain one away still. Yepez still a long way to go. Lamas, please do the honor. Short, you're taking the call. Here we go. Yep.
Oh, yep.
Oh,
Didn't
there you
take
go.
long. Llamas.
Send it, boys.
Yepez is full sending Llamas to the
Yes.
unemployment line. Let's go. Here we go. Game 5. Full send. I am not even surprised with this. But Cap won both the games on the high card. He won on a 13 and a 14. So it's not outlandish to see him win if he were, but Yepez is going to get that first play and he will start on the red too. And we will see how Yepez starts to attack this one back in his element in the high tier package.
What a topsy turvy series this has been short for not so much Captain, but for Yepez. He's had to fight tooth and nail, but there are moments where I will respect. He admits there's no Carla because he was Captain was that one game where Yepez had had 2+4s. You can't do it sometimes. You just sometimes can't connect it, and that's just how this game works. Sometimes you just can't connect it, and for Yepez, that power play, although it looks bad in hindsight, absolutely needed to be done to save the series, regardless.
Yeah, it's all about hindsight for sure. I mean, like you can't just like with the luck you had earlier on, you can never count anything out. And Yepez for the green switch. So now Cap will have his first move already changing the color.
Yepez, that's it, short. Yepez. This is the king of the light switch. He's our captain of the light switch. He really brought into the league and made this this move popular. When everyone's doing it, it's one thing to do it sparingly, but he does it a lot. He brought it in. We got to respect him for that.
Yeah, and we see that a lot from Peter Onjak, who lost last night. But the difference is Yepez has a lot more tools that he can use than just the light switch, and that's why he's found more success this season.
Cody, there are times where we're playing Uno, we think it's just a normal game. It feels like a science project, man. We're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing isolate. Talk to me about the evolution, man. Just how these players have evolved enough to where, you know what, we're not playing Uno. We're playing more chess. We're playing more a science project rather than just a game. Because we probably have about 60 different styles now if we really boil it down. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. Way too much to think about now. If you think about it from how it was last year.
Oh, man, last year was basic, yeah.
Yeah, we've seen it all, man.
It's a shout to the players for a testament to the players' grind and their dedication to the game and continuing to evolve. I remember times last year where Caesar would just get pissed on a +2, and he still does. But now it's like, you know what? Maybe there's more to it than we think of. It's okay to do it on Uno when you're self-preserving.
You'd be crucified for leaving a special card open.
Yeah, it's crazy. Times have changed, man, and we gotta respect the players that have come in and humbled us old vets for sure. Yellow 3 from Captain once again, vibing and jiving. Whatever you like to do, shaking and baking. That's what he's doing. He's just doing a little shaking and baking short in the ocean waters. He's shaking and baking at Hammerhead. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, definitely. He's trying to get his ship to shore before the wave comes in. And we'll see what Yepez is going to try and do here. as he flipped to the yellow.
Has an interesting spot right now. It's turning more into a game of understanding the runs for captain versus Yepez looking to try to isolate as much as he can. That's the battle we're seeing here, and it's working in both favors, I would say, in that last game. But recently, it had been up to captain for the first 3 games. I think both were good that last game. Just a very, very interesting power play on hindsight that actually worked. As we go into green, it's back to green. It's isolation short. He's trying to isolate from that switch. Let's see. Early, though. Very early to use that on a 15-card sender.
And Cap doesn't like it.
Cap does not like it, though. Yepez can run, and this should tie the game or take the lead right here. Remember, Captain did do that double play off the start.
Maybe time to lay down a hammer. Lay down a hit.
See if he can lay the hammer in. Yeah, he got the hammer. Interesting short, though. Cap's one of those guys that if he can sense it, he can change it. Yep, there it is.
Says,
he can
no,
sense
sir.
it.
Found the right number, and he's back in business on yellow. Great move.
There it is, Cody. If he can sense it, he can change it. That's how it works, right? Sometimes you just need that little bit of a spark the other way, and that's what he got there into the L9. Now Yepez looking to fire back here. Off the green, but not in a bad spot because yellow opened up Pandora's basically for a second because of the yellow 3. And there it is. Double play. Yepez leading, trying to get a little pace differential on the cards. Cap looking to get back to 10. All right, sure. Talk to me about how Cap really. One thing I noticed about his game, and this is a credit to him, as Yepez draws right here. Talk to me about what makes Cap very special on that low tier. Once we get to 7 to 5, what makes him special, especially as it's running down from a 15? I noticed one thing he does. He really understands the pace of Yepez and uses timely calculated moves on numbers, which is rare. Just like that zero sugar, perfectly timed.
Yep. Yeah, he makes those great calculated moves, and he also exhibits great ammo control to find his way to finding those finishing runs like we saw in game 1, although that was a it was definitely going to be held on to for the end. And a zero sugar switch by Yepez and a quick table check, and
the green, though, I don't mind it.
That's
a good
move. There you go.
Isolation, Cody. He's trying to suffocate Cap on those green. The moment you give Yepez a little bit of blood, he's tactical. He's not going to use the ammo right away. He's going to be tactical about it with those numbers. He's very good at that when he needs to. Cap's going to have to readapt it.
You know what he lacks, so you got to wait until you pounce on it.
This is for the lead for Yepez, and there it is. Now, if he can see it, he can change it. Let's see if that theory works right here. Let's see. If he can see it, set me up. Okay, that's a half. Kind of a half, though. Remember, Short, we talked about the bait. Remember, Yepez went for the bait in that one game, and what happened?
He's dropping the bait down again, and Yepez
is not
going to bite. Nope.
I like
he's staying down, and Cap is going to continue to draw on it.
That's great from Cap. Cody, it's one of those moves that you just don't see a lot. There's only a couple players that like doing that. Cap is one of them. We know Drip can do it. There's a couple others, but those two definitely are the most notable to do. I know Yepez once in a while can do it. I know you tried it before. Peter does it a lot. It works sometimes, but when it's spot on, man, it can roll. As Monkey joins us.
Yeah, sometimes behind it is you want to maybe get rid of a card, like a special that you may not have any other options for. So sometimes it's good to leave it hanging, and sometimes, like you said, we end up in a draw with it. It's worth the risk sometimes if you just want to get rid of a card.
It's always worth the risk sometimes, and it's a little bit of a bait, short, but it's a longer bait, right? It's a little bit more of, I got the bait a little later. I started to smell that minnow on the old line a little bit later, because that's a later switch to normal.
Yeah, and he found that reverse.
Yes, go for it, Cody.
Yeah, if you can find another reverse, like Short was saying, off of the draw, it does help if you can just get rid of that card that you may need to just get rid of.
That's really how the game has evolved, right? You just don't see it a lot. And now people are starting to evolve this into more of a chess. Like, okay, well, I can use this one connector. I can go back here. I can go back to this play. There's a lot of ways to skin it as we go into yellow. That's more isolation from Yepez. The problem is that was off the yellow 0. Was Cap's last card. Let's see if Cap can run it right here. Interesting play. He does. No brainer there. Easily can run it. So far, both players are once again just kind of studying each other. Playing this one tricky a little bit is Yepez, but he's done a good job so far. The world champion is not to be denied, but right now he's going to go isolation right here. Cap in the yellow 3. Smart move, I think, Cody, right there to go into that yellow 3 because Yepez is wanting to go into blue, but that's what he was waiting for. I think that's if you can see it, you can change it. It works the same way. Yepez is going to try to change it. The question is, does Cap like that change?
He did.
Yeah, top deck.
He's going to stick with it.
Not so much top deck of the
We don't
draw,
know if
but
it's
top deck on the boat. No, top deck on the boat. Top deck on the boat.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah. He's the one guy that can get away with it because he's the Cap.
Of the 7 seas, indeed.
Sweet dreams, baby. But we'll find out with sweet dreams at the end of this game, and Cap moves on to that sandy 16 ashore. Yepez needs some magic. Blue 3. Interesting. He did have double blue 3. Interesting. Doubles up.
Got multiples of 3 out of order.
Hey, we do. It's a 7-up game here. Like a kid playing that 7-up game. Who did I pick? That's where we're kind of at right now.
Who's going to say heads up first?
We'll see. Hammerheads coming in. Both guys are brutal. Off and on the table. Let's see. Captain looking for something. Time run perfectly. Looking for the trips.
Great control. Great draw.
Incredible. Cap on the limit there, Cody, for sure earlier, but now he's found the rhythm back and has done a good job to get us into a quad play, possibly.
Oh
my
no, he's
goodness.
not done. I think I smell it.
Is this it? No.
No.
Not smelling enough. But into that quint play, we saw it earlier, Cody.
Damn.
When there's smoke, what is there coming? Is there fire coming? Yepez has to understand that. 2 to 12.
Yep.
Great table check.
We'll see if that was good timing on that. Good
table check.
You know, one thing to know, Cody, too, Yepez has been playing the series is over 90 minutes, almost 2 hours in the last couple of games. This isn't even close to the hour mark. It's interesting. He's got to go back into the playbook and the old, I guess you could say, caddy bag and say, oh, what's my short game like? Because that's what he's really been looking at as Eli joins us.
Feels like those days of long games are gone.
It does seem like that.
Question is, though, do you think Cap will regret that power play earlier? Because that could have been a power that could have been a power play move. He had a finisher on that too, but now he's up to 6. So I don't know. It's something to think about.
I'll be honest with you, Cody. I don't mind the power play because you'd rather take that 3-0, right? You get more shots at the apple. I'm okay with it because he has none, right? It's okay. If he had 1, oh yeah, maybe, but none, and there we go in the red.
Yeah, if you're going to do a power play, you might as well make sure you have the 3-0 lead or save it for like an ending game.
Hindsight is 20/20. Always. It works both ways. Hindsight is 20/20. I'm okay with it for now, right? We can't question either guy, right? I think both are playing a really exceptional game 5 here. They're both doing a good job. Yepez looks for a little bit of a triple maybe of his own.
I think this is all it's been cracked up to be as we go to the yellow on the skip.
Each game has been getting progressively longer, so definitely figuring it out.
I mean, unless you're Dark Reign, who's still the master of those long, I think he had, 26 minutes last couple nights. He's the one guy that still is going to be the long game guy, but Yepez is starting to build that rep. We go into the green. Captain looking for some isolation back. Now, Cody, we talked about this. It's almost deja vu. Yepez did the blue +4. I think he did a +4 when Cap got the 2 in one of the games, and then Cap went back to the green. Ironically, it's almost deja vu again. You start to sense the hand. Talk to me about how sometimes you get deja vu, and sometimes going back to what you did earlier, you think it works, but in reality, you got to actually adapt and put a little bit extra curry on it or some extra spices to make it look different.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. I think you said it pretty much perfectly there.
No, Yepez isn't playing bad. This has been a very fair series. As there's a +4 for Cap, looking for the win. Does he have a triple and a quad to finish it? The quad to get it to the sandy 16. Is it going to be? No.
Check.
Oh, he's got him in check, but 1 to 14. That's a different type of check. Oh, no, actually, no, not 14. I'm sorry. Is it 14? No, 10. Still 1 10. 1 10.
10. He's smirking at us. Uh-oh.
He's done it again. He keeps
Is
looking at me.
is he playing with us again, or does he actually have it?
He keeps looking at me, man. He keeps looking. Give me that stare again. Clown, he's giving me that stare again.
I wonder if that one was going to be his finish.
That's
It could have
crazy,
been.
man. That is crazy.
Yepez once again down to his last breath. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, 2 strikes, 2-2 count. What's he got going right here? Captain's delivered a curveball all series.
Definitely.
He's delivered a curveball here. Can Yepez hit this curveball and get a single? Oh, he does it again. +4 blue.
Home run.
They're in a grand salami right there. Nice. All right. Well, a little bit of life. We'll just call it a double because he's still down 3-1. A little bit of a double action for Yepez. Gets on base. Slides in safely. Blue
He's
one
in scoring
combo.
position.
Well, let's see if Cap's in scoring position right here. Does he possibly turn 2 right here? Let's find out. Or does he just get a little bit of a grounder up the middle, or it's a little bit of an error possibly on the 1? We got something to note, Cody. Those
Here's
ones.
a
It is
bloop.
double.
Here's a bloop.
Looking for the triple. Oh, boy. The classic.
Oh.
Interesting.
I don't like that one.
Interesting. It does send Yepez back to 10. It's a little of a differential thing. Is he trying to get more ammo, sensing that there's still maybe some wilds out there? That's all I can think of. Maybe just some regular wilds, but he's going to get away with it.
It's going to close the doors, Yepez.
Gets away with it for now for Cap. Cap, once again, interestingly enough, now is still at 4. There it is. There it is. He's back in the building with the red. And it's 3-9. And now the series is in endurance mode, Cody. We're past it. We're in endurance mode now. This is big.
Yep, longest game. It's gone up every game.
Watershed moment for this series.
Ooh, good move. Isolation back from Yepez on the wild. Cap going to have to try something here. Is this going to be a draw? Does he have a wild of his own? No. Yepez, good move. Cap now back into the ocean waters where he has not been comfortable in this game specifically. Yepez likes it.
He'd rather be on the top deck of his ship right now.
He needs that telescope. A little bit wider lens right now. Let's see if he has that wider lens, Cody, in the back pocket. He does. If you can see it, you can change it. That's what Cap says in the green. Let's see if Yepez fires back with maybe a blue 6 to try some isolation or tries to get back in a blue. He runs it clean. Cap looking again. Looking for dose. No, he tried isolation of his own. Doesn't work. Cap back to 4. Yepez still likes it. Getting closer, short. It's getting closer. Yepez has done a good job in this series. Really, really taking his time and understand the colors. That's really where he's at his best.
Eli saying in chat, if this doesn't show you how good Cap is, I don't know what does.
Cap now has a chance to get to 3. He's been teetering on 2 to 4 the entire game, Cody. This time he's at 3. With a 3. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Look, Cap had an incredible win against G-Man, and then he took Ashley to 7, the world champ, and at minimum here, he could finish off our world champ in 5, or he could, regardless, go to 6. I mean, this is still an incredible performance, and that's a double from Yepez. Keeps it red. Interesting. Yepez getting a lot of +4s now. This is definitely turning his favor, Cody. That's 3 of them.
Yep, all it takes is 1, and then you get that little turn.
Never mind, Cody. Forget what I said. That's it. We're out of +4s. We're done. This is now
there you go.
Skill-based game. This is big. And now we're going to decide who can really turn up right here because it's a skill-based game. The luck is gone. That's everything. We're out of them. Captain with the red 9, Yepez. Oh, so close. Does he get into regular check right here? No +4 finish is coming. But does he have a potential? Yep, check. That's check. Regular check.
He needs a switch. Does he have a wild in his back pocket?
Or does he have a yellow
wild to save it?
There's a couple skip combo, reverse combo. That's also a possibility.
He's used a lot already.
+2 maybe. Never so fast. Not so fast.
Does he switch? He's got to switch. Or
does Cap switch? No. There's no way, right? No, that's it. No, he's got to be content with that one. That's a masterful class win for you. That's a world champion type win, Lamas. World champion type win there from Yepez. That's world champ status right there. Well, let me go to Yepez. Absolutely master class. You obviously had a little lady luck with the 3+4, but forget that because you had to make sure you time those runs on those +4s perfectly. What adjustment did you make from game 4 to 5 that really allowed you to understand this was a clean-cut win, considering your game 4 win was because of the power play kicker? How did you adjust to the playbook to know I'm going to use those +4s, isolate Cap back, and use suffocation towards the end, whereas earlier you're looking for more suffocation in the mid-tier of the game? Cap, my question to you, when you get to a certain point, well, actually I have two questions, right? Because Cody, what did you want to know, Cody, that red one finish?
Oh.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, real quick, Cap, did you have that when it was blue 1, I believe. Let me just blue 1. No, red 1. Did you have a blue 1, red 1 combo to finish the game off? No, I'm sorry, green 1. I'm sorry, green 1, red 1 combo. And when he kept going to blue, was that the moment where the +2s just bit you? And how do you adapt back? Because now you had a couple losses there, but you're going back to your starting package, which can't be 5 or 6, but you still have, I believe, OG on the board, which is something to note. So Yepez did get them from Cap. Okay. So it was a case of just, unfortunately for Cap, timed it wrong. Yepez. Oh my goodness. Perfectly saved from Yepez. That was perfectly saved, and he weaseled it out. Yepez did the weasel play, Cody. He used the +4 perfectly. Yeah, the power play would have worked short, but at the end of the day, you live and die by the sword, and unfortunately, that's just how it works. Sometimes you just don't get the sword in your favor. It goes the other way. Can't really say much there.
Yeah, this is double-edged sword. Whatever you want to say. That's tough for Cap, but he gets the call back now, and I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to flip this thing on its head with this call. So,
well, we saw this apparently against Ard last night. He was up 3-0, and he got it done in Game 6. I think it was an 11 card. I don't see that happening because that was Peter
too. He power played. Peter had all the momentum. A little bit of luck went Ard's way in the first 3 games, but Peter got those 2 and had the momentum. I really thought it was going to go to a Game 7 until Ard pulled out the power play. If he hadn't, that probably would have gone Game 7. All that momentum was on Peter's hand, and then Ard snatched it from him. So, yeah.
Well, deja vu, Cody. Let's get to that Game 6. I think we've set it up pretty well. Can Cap close it out? He gets another shot at the apple. Do the honors. I got Game 6
All right,
called.
Captain. Can't have 14, 13, or 6. How far are we falling from full send?
That's mid-tier.
Okay,
Mid-tier, yeah.
I like it.
I think that's a good movie. He wants to go lower, but he doesn't want to chance it with luck. He wants to get it done.
Cap and Yepez join up. We're going to start off with the green 0 sugar. That's 1 less 0 sugar off the board, just like the +4. It's 1 less to work with. It's not the worst starting card. It's a neutralizer. And there are some. I mean, we've seen it, Cody. There are some strategies where it's called 0 sugar strats, and we've seen that. There's a lot of people that. I think you have to look at the couple people that do it. You got to look at myself. You got to look at Sanford. You got to look at as we go into a draw from Yepez. We're 2 of them. You do them sometimes. I know Ard's a big proponent of that. There's a couple people that just like using those 0 sugar strats. It's rare, but you still see that's an old school move for sure.
Definitely an old school move.
Well, Yepez not an old school move here, short. We've seen this all series, especially the first couple games. Nothing firing on all cylinders. Let's draw back. Cap going to switch. He's down to 7. And it's always on those 2s and 1s, ironically, at the start of the game. It's something to note.
They're keeping it low on the numbers, at least. And
oh, man. Dittoing up here. That's interesting. Early ditto. See how this one goes, man. We're gonna see how this one goes. And Cap's gonna roll with that 2-7. Not so good in poker, but Uno just right. Well, Cody, we talk about low tide, high tide. We're kind of in the middle of the tide cycle. Let's say if it's a 12-hour cycle, right? Tides come and go. This is literally hour 6 of it.
Feels like I'm in my series all over again.
Yeah, we're in brackish water right here. We're literally in the brackish waters. We go red 7 to 1. So another color used. Just waiting on that monkey yellow. Can Captain pop this one off though with ammo control? It's been his defining moment. Yepez, I would not say it's been ammo control. It's been more timing. It's been more color timing. He's been really good at the color timing. And number, well, there you go. Speaking of color timing, there it is. Pandora's is open.
You know, Yepez has done really great at, if we're going with a ship analogy, Yepez has done really great at cutting off his fuel supply.
Uh-oh. +4 from Cap's going to get him to 3. I think. Yeah, for sure. Yepez back to 11. 100%. Yep. Now Yepez has to think again. Is this a warning shot? Do I play a little bit more tentative saying this is a warning shot? He might have a back end, or do you test him? Let's see.
Gloves are still off for these guys.
Give fair credit to the champ, man. He could have folded it, went down 3-0 Cody. This is why he's still a world champion. Comes back, resiliency, tough on the zero sugar to switch off. Does Cap get the dose, though?
We saw the warning shot early, I believe, last game.
This could be it, Cody.
Uh-oh.
Looking for Uno.
Brace.
Captain for the win. Does he get to the Sandy 16 ashore? Ahoy! Let's see. Is he going to troll us?
I feel like he's trolling us again.
No, that's it! +4 warning shot!
No.
Captain's on! The tides have turned. The low tides are back. Captain, 4-2, up 3-0. Knocks Yepez out. The hammerhead is gone of Yepez. Wow.
There's Drip. He knows his opponent now.
Let's go to Yepez first before we go to Cap. Yepez, I thought you fought incredible, considering the circumstances, and you had some circumstances, man. The first couple games, you were trying everything, but then the last couple games, you rolled back. What was the ultimate difference? Could you have been more aggressive? What was the +4, or did you feel like Cap wasn't showing at the last 2 games, and you're more tentative, saying, "Hey, I'm more content"? And can you really blame it? Because I thought you played phenomenal down 3-0 and came back in pretty solid fashion. Let me know. Captain, talk to me about, you just beat the world champion, our world champion. Obviously, you lost to the off server, but now you got a little redemption, beating our world champion, taking care of business. Was this the best ammo control you've ever played in your life of Uno? Because I can say this right now. That was some of the best ammo control on a guy that likes going an hour plus in the series. And you limited him to, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 5 games under 10 minutes. And if we're talking really special, 3 games under 6. That's pretty impressive. Talk to me how you used a little pace management quicker to speed up Yepez's processes that got you the win. As you earlier were saying, you're just in laser mode locked in. Let me know. Cody, let's go to you, man. Big warning shot here. The champ is gone. That opens the door up for myself now and Art. What an interesting tournament so far. A lot of these brand names, I don't think Yepez could have done much. But is there anything you saw he could have possibly done that maybe changed the tide in the last game? But regardless, I think that was just well played on his end to get back.
Yeah, I think he had the hand and well played. There really wasn't much you could do.
Short, once again, we talk about Captain changing the course of action, and he had to change it a little bit. Remember, we hadn't seen mid-tier from him at all. Even in the first term, very minimal. I think 8 was the most. Talk to me about how he went a little bit outside his comfort zone, just enough to play that perfect game, as he mentioned, and got the job done. And what will this mean for Captain's Rib? What are we looking forward to? Because these are really, really good UUL players from the past. And, oh boy, there's the shade.
Whoa.
There it is.
Yeah, Cap played his game. He did great. I totally.
No, fair play. Fair play.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah, he thinks he played perfect game. And that's the kind of confidence you need to win a championship. You don't know. Obviously, we talk about having a championship mentality and always trying to think of something to improve upon. But having that confidence is also great as well. But yeah, Cap, great win. Knocks out the world champ, and I've seen him do these kind of things all the time back in UUL, King of the Hill days. So yeah, it's a great win for him. He's going to keep moving, and he's got Drip up next, and that's going to be another great game in this region.
Oh.
And what we might see on the top half of this region, depending on how your game goes as well. That this could be like a marquee. This is going to be a marquee round of 16 for this region if it falls the way we think it will.
All right, let me go to Cap real quick. Cap, your thoughts on Drip? I mean, you've seen Drip around a little bit. I believe in the old days of the UU. Obviously, he's here now. Your thoughts on Drip? You know, a lot of people have called Drip just another KT, right? Another 25-year-old, 20 plus year in the game almost. Talk to me about how you're going to have to develop that Drip style as Yepez. Let me read this quote. I didn't have anything this last game. It was kind of revenge as the end and didn't get anything this last game. So I tried, and I got a normal 2-2. I want to be honest with you, Pez. Even if that was your hand, think about this. You did a great job of isolating that off a lot. Your color game is improved from last year. I think you learned, you adapted, and you tried your best there. There were a lot of people that would have folded on 3-0. Your composure's back. Much respect to the hammerhead that is Yepez. He's still a threat. Congratulations, man, making this a series, because this easily could have been a good night right away, and you did a good job to at least rally that one back. We'll wait for Cap on his thoughts on Drip. Final thoughts. Let's give it to Lamas. Lamas, what a series. What a region. Before we get into the pod and schedule, what are you looking most forward to for Drip and Yepez? Two more big brand, or Drip and Captain. And what's your thoughts on Yepez moving forward?
I mean, I think you said it again very well. He did the best of what he could, and he kept that fight up really well, considering I would say Captain had probably the hand advantages in a lot of these games. But so there's really nothing to hold his head about. He did a good job fighting. Keep it as much as we got.
That's all you really can do, my friend. I think that's really all we can do as well, as Captain still types. Well, let's go into that pod bracket, and then we'll go into the schedule. There it is, boys. Captain takes care of Yepez 4-2. Drip takes care of Myth 4-3. Cody, I know you're going to like this one. Pop out the Slurpee 7-11 game. Pop them out. 7-11. Latvia versus California. The drip drop style versus the captain of the 7 Seas. It's all good, Cap. He's a good guy. He's a really good guy. This should be a fun match between Captain and Drip. He's got a lot of respect for you. Should be a fun one. And then obviously we're waiting for the top half. If I can get it done, KT Cody. That's what a lot of fans want to see. We'll see if we get that. I'll play Saturday afternoon. But for now, we go into the schedule. All number 2s are gone. That's crazy to think, man. Clay's gone, Nom's gone, you're gone. And who's the other one? Oh, Eli. Right, Eli. Yeah, that's right. All 2s are gone as well. Into the schedule real quick. Cap gets the win 4-2. Jesse Turner making his 100th career start tonight. 100th career starting. Tuna Turner. 100th career start in game 1. We're going to give him his flowers for that. He's been a legend of the sport. And he's looking to make his 7th straight to keep that batting 1,000 record of making Sweet 16s, Sandy 16s, rounds, whatever you want to call it. He's the one guy other than myself that we could be in the same exact position to go 1,000 on that specific round. You know, JT, if he gets past that round, Elite 8 heaven for him. He's been there 4 times looking for his 5th. We'll see if he can get it done tonight against the Stingray, another ocean creature of this entire aquatic April. For myself, Cody Lamas is my ref. Not sure is my co-com as well, and EP. I want to thank you guys for coming out and helping this cause. Caesar, Tago, Eli, Rune, Tapir, and of course, I think someone else. Myth as well. I think Myth was here in Drip off stream. Appreciate you guys doing a great job of always supporting the broadcast. Want to give one last congratulations to Captain and Yepez, our 2 chefs in the kitchen, but it was Master Chef Captain, top tech of the boat, gets it done. Ahoy, matey. We're seeing you in the Sandy 16 versus Drip. For all of us here at Uno MRE, we'll see you at 9:15 tonight for coverage beginning with Turner and Stingray for what promises to be a classic matchup of the Tuna and the Stingray always looking to sting his opponents. We'll see you at 9:15, everybody. Peace.